Hey guys, Big Time Collector 01 here, back at it again with another action figure video. And today, we are finally doing my top 10 DC Multiverse figures of 2022. Wow, what an amazing year for the DC Multiverse line. We had a lot of great figures. This is not my top 10, these are just some runner-ups. But a lot of these, I'm surprised didn't make the list or just got cut. Like the Gotham Knight's Red Hood. I really like that Red Hood figure a lot. It's just that, he didn't come with the accessories that we really wanted. He came with those gun hands, and he only came with one trigger hand. But he looks great with that rifle from the munitions pack. The Infinite Frontier Robin is another one that I'm surprised I didn't make the list. I didn't review that figure, but I did really like it after, opening it up. It does have some limitations to it, but it's still a very fun figure. Another one I'm surprised that, made it onto this video in the first place was General Zod. I didn't expect myself to like that figure a lot. I actually liked that figure a lot. I didn't expect myself to like it. I actually thought I was going to hate it. But no, with all those hands, and it's actually very posable. You'd think it'd be very limited with its articulation, but no. Another one I didn't expect to make this video was Blackest Night Superman. I actually really enjoyed that figure. It was one of my least anticipated figures from the wave and from the year, but I got it, opened it up, and had a lot more fun with it than I thought. I actually like it a lot than a lot of other figures that came out this year. I liked it better than Deathstorm. I liked it better than Necron. Such a great figure right there. Ultraman's another good one, but I don't want to waste time talking about these guys, and let's get to the list. So before we start the list, let's take a closer look at our honorable mentions over here. Starting off, I gotta say Starro is a great figure, such a unique build-a-figure I've ever seen, and I really did enjoy it. I'm very happy to have it. I'm so happy to have this character, and I can't wait to put him with my other villains. But with his lack of, stand, he, doesn't make the list. If there was a way he could stand up on his own without leaning on something or a use of a flight stand, he would have made the list. Next, we have the Batman of Zur-En-Arrh, which is on the Drifter motorcycle. I actually really did like this figure a lot, and you know me, I love having Batman figures, and having them weirder and wackier is just me, and it doesn't get weirder and wackier than Zur-En-Arrh Batman. Such a great figure, but it was so hard for me to knock him down off the list, because he did make the list, but I took him off because there was another figure that made it, and it was hard for me. It was hard for me to take him off the list, but I do enjoy him a lot. The Drifter Cycle, man, what a great vehicle. I gotta say, I didn't expect to see the Batman of Zur-En-Arrh looking so good on it, and I might display him like that now, I don't know. But the Drifter Cycle looks so good with so many figures, and I love it. But, of course, it's a vehicle, so it's not going to make the list. Another figure that I don't know, I was a little bit conflicted with this one, was the horse. I didn't know whether to include it on the list because it's a great figure, but is it a figure or is it a vehicle? That's kind of like, the thing. So I just decided to just leave it out and call it a vehicle, but it looks great. I love it. I love having my gunslinger spawn on it. It's such a unique build-a-figure. Again, unique build-a-figures from Mcfarlane Toys all around. We got Starro and this horse. Great. I love it. Page Puncher's Batman, one of the best Batman figures I've ever seen. Love the design. Endless Winter Aquaman, great figure. Or just the side eye is really bothersome and a lot of other things. That is not his Triton, by the way. The Death of the Family Joker, that's not his original jacket or arms, but I think the swap from the clown just makes it look so much better, and I really do like it. And then the Blight and Batwoman are just repaints, so they're not going to make the list, but I absolutely had so much fun with them. Swapping parts around with the original exclusives just made them so much fun. I know repaints aren't necessary for most people, but I find some of them necessary. So let's get to it and start the list, shall we? And starting off our list at number 10, we have the Rebirth Reverse Flash. Wow, this figure's good. It is mostly reused, to be honest, It does reuse the same body and the effects as the first Rebirth Flash, but I absolutely love this figure. I didn't have the first Rebirth Flash, and having this one just blew me away. I had so much fun posing this figure around. The accessories, the effects are just so fun to mess around with. You can have a lot of fun with those effects. And the posability on this guy is really good. This figure actually made me excited for a lot more speedsters in the line. Like that speed metal wave, I would not care for that wave at all. If it weren't for this figure, I am actually super stoked to find that wave. I really do want a lot of those figures in that wave. Like the Wally West does share the same body mold as this, so I know I'm going to have some fun. But yeah, this guy is so much fun to pose around, and that's why he gets the number 10 spot. And at number 9, we have the Blackest Night Batman. And, I mean, I love this figure. I mean, if you saw my review, you already know that this figure is going to make this list. And it's not just because it's a Batman figure. I love having more Batman figures, and I am very excited to see the ones that are to come. But I really love this figure, and this is one of my favorite Batman suits, and that's not the only reason why I made this list. It's just the articulation and the posability on this guy is super fun. He has really good sculpting and detail on him, and he just is a blast to play around with. No accessories with this guy, but none are really needed. I really do like having these open hands with him. It just makes it overall fun to pose him around with. I love the proportions on this guy. He really does feel like an undead version of Batman. He feels, skinny. He feels, deceased. I love it. It's great. And this is why he makes the number 9 spot. And at the number 8 spot, we have the Arkham Knight Red Hood. Wow, this figure surprised me. I didn't think I was going to like it as much, but I'm still very happy with this figure. I love it. It has really good accessories. A lot of people don't like these effects, but I absolutely enjoy them. You can get some really nice motion out of them. It's really nice to have like these kind of effects. I really like that swooshing effect a lot. You can put it on the arm, you can put it on the leg. The impact punch effect is pretty cool too. There are a few things that I don't like about this figure. One being the hands, specifically the gripping hands. They're just really stiff to, put an accessory in there. But I'm glad to have accessory holding hands so we can give him guns. Another qualm I have with this figure is the head. The hood is connected to the jacket, so you're not going to get much head movement out of him. But other than that, you get a lot of, articulation with this guy. Really good torso articulation with him and leg articulation. It is so much fun to pose this guy around. And this is definitely my favorite Red Hood figure from the Multiverse line. So that's why he gets the number 8 spot. And at the number 7 spot, we have the Martian Manhunter, both the Rebirth and Classic version. And I am very happy to have this character in my collection. I am surprised that Mcfarlane Toys has made 2 versions of these figures. I know, 2 versions of Martian Manhunters before a classic version of Wonder Woman, am I right? But no, I am very happy to have this character. He's one of my favorite Justice League members, and he is essential for my Justice League lineup. I grew up with the animated series, so I was very happy to find out that they were doing this character and making a classic version. And the classic version was very easy to find. It was a Target exclusive, but the Rebirth version I did get on Amazon, and he is so cool. I do like both of these figures a lot. You can do a lot with them. He doesn't come with any accessories, but I'm just happy to have him as a character in my collection. And having both versions, is awesome. You can always have one on your classic side and the one on your more modern side. And it's always up to personal preference, and I really do like both of them a lot. And at number 6, we have the Clayface Mega Figure. This figure is massive. It is awesome. It is very spiky, so it will poke you. But other than that, this figure is awesome. There is a lot of good. It's very limited in articulation in some points, but it's still very articulated for a mega fig this size. Because I really do like having this figure. I'm very happy to have it because I do like Clayface as a Batman villain. I'm very happy to add him to the Rogues Gallery. There again, not much articulation, but that's that's expected, and I'm fine with it. You can have him hold figures in his hand, and it's awesome to see. I love putting him up against my other Batman characters, like Batman and the Bat Family. It's so cool having this guy, and that's why he's up on number 6. And at number 5, we have the Black Adam movie figure. This is the only movie figure you're going to see on this list, but I gotta say, this guy is great. I did not expect myself to like this figure that much, but once I opened him up, he was so fun to play around with. He was so much better than the Endless Winter Black Adam. His articulation is astounding. I do like the more Marvel Legends style wrist hinges that he has, opposed to the ball joints that we get with everyone else. But he is great. His accessories are really good. They look awesome. That likeness to The Rock looks amazing. And all this is new sculpting too, unless you want to count the cloaked version. But I do really like this version a lot. It's awesome. At first I thought it was going to be limiting, but no, it is not limited at all, and I love it. And this is one of my most popular reviews I've ever seen on my channel, which is the Black Adam Face-Off, which is almost, at the time of this recording, is almost at 10,000 views. And I gotta thank you guys so much for getting that video up there. And at number 4, we have the Arkham Knight. There's only one word or not really one word, but there's only one way I can describe this figure, and that is one-man army. This guy is so fun to pose around, and he looks good with any weapon you give him. Like, it is awesome. Like, that munitions pack is just, like, I can have him hold every single weapon in that pack, and he'll look cool with every single one of them. And I love it. And I love accessorizing this guy. You can see I have a knife in his, on his belt. I love putting the grenades on, different parts of his belt. It's great. I love this figure. The posability is great too. The sculpting is awesome. My one qualm with this figure is he does have loose ankles, which makes him a little bit harder to stand. But I can get over that fact with the fun factor with this guy. This guy has so much fun factor to him. I can't just stop. I can't put him down when I can't. I just can't. It's awesome to give him so many weapons. He didn't come with any weapons, to be honest. He only came with the grenades and the grapple hook. But other than that, Mcfarlane gave us the munitions pack, and he looks great with any of them. And then coming in at number 3, we have the Carrie Kelly Robin. Man, this is such a great figure. This is actually my least anticipated figure from the wave, but once I opened it up, I absolutely loved it. She is packed full of great articulation, and for her size, that is amazing. And again, she is so small, and I do really enjoy her scale. She is really well done. There's barely any torso articulation, but it is made up with the arms and the legs, and that head sculpt is amazing. That is probably one of the best head sculpts I've ever seen from DC Multiverse. The hair is also really done well. It's probably my favorite thing about the figure is the hair. The hair is looks really good. But yeah, she's awesome. I mean, she was the smallest figure we've gotten for the line, and she did cost for Build-A-Figure Wave figure price, but it's so worth it for all we're getting with this figure. We got a lot, and a lot of people want to see this body mold be reused for a Dick Grayson or Jason Todd or just a young Robin, and I can see that. It's a really good body mold. And at number 2, we have the Rebirth Batman. This is an awesome Batman figure. I think Mcfarlane really outdid themselves with this one. Is it my favorite Mcfarlane Batman? No, I would put the Three Jokers Batman above this one. But I still really do like this one. This one scales very well with your other Justice League members. There's a lot of people say he's a little too short. I say that too. I think he is a bit short. But again, he scales very well with other Justice League members, and that's where he is going to be in my Justice League display, while my 3 Jokers will be in my Bat Family display. I gotta say, I do like the sculpting, and the articulation is really good. The cape is a little stiff, but I absolutely love the sculpt of that thing. And the Rebirth design is not my favorite Batman design. I really don't like. It's not one of my favorites. I was never a big fan of the purple inside the cape or the yellow outline, against the bat symbol. But it's really grown on me ever since I got in this figure, and I gotta say, it's awesome. This figure is great. It's a great base Batman, and you can still get it for a really decent price. And then at number 1, we have the Mega Fig Bane. I mean, we all saw this coming. This guy is amazing. This figure size is great. It's super articulated, especially for a mega figure. You got a lot of range in those legs. There's not many complaints I have with this figure, other than he should have came with some fisted hands. But other than that, whoa, this guy just has such a presence, and it's gonna make your shelf pop. If you don't have this figure yet, I highly recommend you get it, or at least try your best, because he's pretty much sold out everywhere. But yeah, this Bane figure is awesome. It is such a upgrade from the Last Night on Earth one. And this one is just, it looks classic, but it's got some liberties taken with the design, and I like it. I actually like it a lot. It scales very well with a lot of your Batman figures, with a lot of your Bat Family figures, and you're just going to have a lot of fun with this guy, and that's why he's at number 1. That is my top 10 list of 2022. I hope you guys enjoyed it, because I really enjoyed ranking these figures. It was actually really difficult. I had such a hard time. I made a list. I put down all the figures I had. I had like a whole thing, and it was so hard. And I narrowed it down to 12, and I had to get rid of 2. One of them being the Zero-Hour Batman and the Endless Winter Aquaman. I had to eliminate those, but it was so hard for me to do that. But yeah, I really enjoyed this list, and I really enjoyed the figures of 2022. I'm very excited to see what 2023 has in store. We have seen a lot of reveals lately, and they look great. But I hope you guys enjoyed this review, and I hope you guys, keep it, tame in the comments, because this is my personal opinion. If a figure you like didn't make the list, let me know in the comments below. Let me know what your top 10 figures of 2022 are. I'd love to see your list. I love the feedback. And I gotta thank you guys for making this one of my best years on YouTube. I've put out so many reviews for you guys, and I've just gotten so much positive feedback in the views and in the comments. I've gotten so many nice comments from you guys. You guys are awesome. And my Black Adam Face-Off review is almost at 10,000 views. That is crazy. Like, I can't believe it. A lot of my videos are at 1,000 or over. It's awesome. So I gotta thank you guys for that, and I gotta thank you guys for your time in watching this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave it a like, comment down below, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. See you.